Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Cryoto's Maintenance Management Podcast. I'm Bruce, your host for today. We're excited to have Alex, our maintenance management and IoT expert, with us. How are you doing today, Alex?
Hey Bruce, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Excited to dive into today's topic.
Absolutely. Today we're talking about something fundamental yet fascinating in the maintenance world, the bathtub curve, and how it relates to measuring asset reliability. Alex, could you start by explaining what the bathtub curve is?
Sure thing, Bruce. The bathtub curve is a model that illustrates the life cycle of a product or asset. It's divided into three distinct phases: the infant mortality phase, the normal life phase, and the wear-out phase. When plotted on a graph with the failure rate on the y-axis and time on the x-axis, it looks like a bathtub, hence the name.
Interesting. Could you give us a brief overview of each phase?
Of course. The infant mortality phase, also known as the early failure period, occurs right after an asset is deployed. During this phase, you see a higher failure rate due to design flaws, manufacturing defects, or installation errors. As these initial issues are resolved, we enter the normal life phase, where the failure rate stabilizes and remains relatively low and constant. This is the longest phase of the asset's life. Finally, we have the wear-out phase, where the failure rate increases again due to aging, fatigue, and general wear and tear.
That makes sense. How does understanding the bathtub curve help in maintenance management?
Understanding the bathtub curve helps in predicting and preventing failures. By recognizing which phase an asset is in, maintenance teams can implement appropriate strategies. For example, during the infant mortality phase, rigorous testing and quality control can mitigate early failures. In the normal life phase, regular preventative maintenance keeps the failure rate low, and in the wear-out phase, it's essential to plan for replacements or extensive overhauls before failures become frequent and costly.
That's very insightful. Now, when it comes to measuring asset reliability, how does the bathtub curve come into play?
Measuring asset reliability involves tracking the failure rate over time, which the bathtub curve helps visualize. By collecting and analyzing data on asset performance, maintenance teams can identify patterns and trends. Key metrics include mean time between failures and mean time to repair. MTBF gives us an idea of the average time an asset operates before failing, while MTTR tells us how long it takes to repair the asset and get it back in operation.
Are there specific tools or technologies that can aid in this analysis?
Absolutely. IoT devices and sensors play a crucial role here. They provide real-time data on asset performance, which can be analyzed to predict failures before they happen. Additionally, advanced analytics and machine learning algorithms can identify subtle patterns that might indicate impending issues. Tools like Cryoto's CMMS integrate this data and provide actionable insights to optimize maintenance schedules and extend asset life.
That's fantastic, Alex. Can you give us an example of how this works in practice?
Sure. Let's take a manufacturing plant. By installing IoT sensors on critical equipment, the maintenance team can monitor vibration, temperature, and other parameters. If a machine starts showing signs of wear like increased vibration, it can be flagged for inspection before it fails. This proactive approach not only reduces downtime but also extends the life of the equipment, keeping the plant running smoothly and efficiently.
Great example. Before we wrap up, what key takeaways should our listeners remember about the bathtub curve and measuring asset reliability?
Key takeaways first: understand the three phases of the bathtub curve to anticipate and manage failures effectively. Second, leverage data and technology to measure and enhance asset reliability. Finally, adopt a proactive maintenance strategy to extend asset life and reduce downtime. By doing so, you'll not only save costs but also improve overall operational efficiency.
Thank you so much, Alex, for sharing your expertise with us today. This has been an incredibly informative session.
Thanks, Bruce. It's been a pleasure talking about these essential concepts. I hope our listeners find it helpful.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out. Until next time, this is Bruce signing off from Cryoto's Maintenance Management Podcast. Stay safe and keep your assets running smoothly.